In the last video Bible study, we looked at John chapter 5. We looked at verse 1 down to verse 10. But now we're going to be looking at John chapter 5, verse 11. And I read, "But he replied, 'The man who made me well said to me, pick up your mat and walk.' 12. So they asked him, 'Who is this fellow who told you to pick it up and walk?' 13. The man who was healed had no idea who it was, for Jesus had slipped away into the crowd that was there. 14. Later Jesus found him at the temple and said to him, 'See, you are well again. Stop sinning or something worse may happen to you.' 15. The man went away and told the Jewish leaders that it was Jesus who had made him well." Now look at something. Like we were saying in the last video Bible study, that the Jewish leaders did not celebrate the man's healing. Instead, they criticized his healing. Why would you pick up your mat and walk? Today is a Sabbath day. If that is not wickedness, I don't know what that is. That someone has been needy for 38 good years, and all you could say when the person has gotten what they want is, it's the Sabbath day. You're not supposed to pick up your mat and walk. That is pure evil. That is pure wickedness. And then the next thing they ask, who is it that healed you? Now note, they were not asking to go and glorify or to go and thank Jesus Christ. They were asking so that they can what? Impound Jesus Christ. So that they can charge Jesus Christ for saying, well, why would you perform a miracle? Why would you heal this man on a Sabbath day? That is exactly what they wanted to do. So if any of you in this verse or this scripture thinks that, okay, well, they were trying to let's know who healed you so that we can go and thank him. No, they were looking for who healed him so that they can pour him charges. They can give him charges. The same way the man who was unhealed for 38 years was given charges by them for just being well. If that is not evil, I don't know what that is. I'm going to read verse 16. "So because Jesus was doing these things on the Sabbath, the Jewish leaders began to persecute him." 17. In his defense, Jesus said to them, "My Father is always at his work to this very day, and I too am working." 18. For this reason, they tried all the more to kill him. Not only was he breaking the Sabbath, but he was even calling God his own Father, making himself equal to God. In the last Bible study, I said something, we will not be like the Jews. Were the Jewish leaders not aware of the prophecy in Isaiah, in Zephaniah, Zechariah? Were they not aware that the Messiah will come? Did they not go through the Torah? Did they not go through the commandments? Did they not go through the prophecies? They did. Why want to kill the man for saying he's like God or he's God? Because they did not understand. Because they were ignorant. Their eyes were covered. They did not know. And they refused to understand. Well, prior to this, the Samaritans, who were a Gentile nation, accepted Jesus Christ, welcomed him, and even asked him to stay. But look at what is going on in the Jewish world. Contrary to what the Gentiles did, the Jews are doing the direct opposite, persecuting Jesus Christ. And even when Jesus Christ said, my father, they were like, who are you to equal yourself to God? Well, they have soon forgotten the prophecy. Well, let me tell you something. This should not surprise you and I. Do you know why? To those who have hardened their hearts, to those who have made their hearts as hard as stone, this is the attitude that comes out from them. When you harden your heart towards the gospel, when you harden your heart towards God and the Spirit of God, this is how you're going to act. So this action is not a result of unbelief. It is a result of what? A hardened heart. A heart that has rejected the Spirit of God long before the beginning of existence. This is coming from the devil. This is coming from demons. This is coming from years of rejection. Let me tell you, those people who act like this, if you don't know, there are people in this modern world that still act like these people. They are so hardened. Let me tell you, for demons and the devil to come into such men, they have to have had a hardened heart for a very, very, very long time. So people do not know this. For the devil to assist, for Satan to assist a man with a hardened heart, it has to be a man who has carried a hardened heart for years. And this is what happened to the Jews. The Jews had carried this hardened heart for so long that it showed up in their actions, in their speech, and they began to even persecute the Son of God. Wow, this is wonderful. How be it that in Samaria, Jesus Christ is recognized as the Son of God, but among the Jews, among his very own people in Israel, he is called what? He is persecuted. He is called a man after Beelzebub, a man who is blaspheming. Look at the contradiction. Look at it. Well, it is a pity. I feel so much for the Jews. But likewise that, let's move on to the next part of this video Bible study.